Hi, beautiful people. I hope you're really well. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. Now, this is a bit of a follow on from the other one that I've either already uploaded or that I'm in the midst of uploading. Okay, so this is asking if you wanted to try and reconcile or get back together with an ex or a friend. Whether that would work in your favor or what would be the likely outcome, or and also I'm just basically delving into the energy of if you have walked away from someone in some sort of connection and you left them, if you're thinking about a reconciliation with them or perhaps getting back together with them, either way, um, this is just a pick a card reading to find out the energy that's sort of been in the connection before, how this person is currently feeling about the situation or where they're at, and what might be the possible outcome if you came forth to them, okay, and communicated with them. And also we're going to get a card of advice, and we're also going to get an ascended master. So I really hope this helps you guys. I hope it gives you some clarification. And just to really confirm, this is a pick a card reading for if you left someone, okay? There's another reading that I've uploaded, or I'm currently uploading, that is for, if you were left, okay? So I did two separate ones because I do believe it's two separate types of energy. Okay, so I thought it'd be fair and do both sides. So we have four piles of cards to pick from as per usual. Sorry. So here are your cards, guys. So this is going to be pile one. This is going to be pile two, pile three, and pile four. Okay, so once again, this is pile one. This is pile two, this is pile three, and this is pile four. Now, I was thinking today, I've had feedback from people saying that they find it difficult to sometimes pick which pile they should pick. And they kind of, get flustered and worried they've picked the wrong pile, etc. Look, I have people that watch every single pile, and that's fine. However, I think if you really want to get a solid message, it's best just to pick one pile. Now, what my suggestion is, if you're having troubles with this, you could get a piece of paper and just cut up four little squares of paper and write the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fold them up and then maybe sort of just put them into a bowl and then just randomly choose one, and then be happy with the choice and believe that that's the message you want to get. So I don't know, that's just a tip from me, but it's completely up to you guys. So if you need to pause the video, please do so, because I'm about to start the reading. Okay, so pile one, if these are the cards you chose, this is your reading. Let's have a look at what's happening here. So these are the cards I got for you guys. This is my favorite, one of my favorite decks of cards. Okay, so these are your cards. Let's go through and see what's happening. Okay, so first up we have justice. So what this is telling me is this person feels like when you walked away, it wasn't really fair. They feel like there wasn't an equal balance in the relationship, and that it just, what I'm getting, the overall energy is that it just ended in a way that they didn't feel was fair. They didn't feel like they were really heard out. They feel like things were just sort of unjust, and they would have liked to have been given the benefit of the doubt. They would have liked to have been heard out. They would have liked you to have sort of seen their side of the story, whatever happened. Okay, so they just kind of feel like it was a bit unfair with the way you walked away from them and the way it was sort of dealt with. Now, we then have the world. So this is very interesting. So what this is telling me is that this person thought the world of you, and I really get because you're clicking on this, I'm getting that you thought the world of them too. Okay, these are two really major arcanas happening here. So you both thought the world of each other, and I also feel that there was a lot of changes going on for both of you, and I really feel that you both were hoping and looking for, a new life with each other. I kind of get the feeling that you perhaps may have walked away from this because you may have feared a big change coming up, or perhaps, you saw, perhaps you put this person on a bit of a pedestal, okay, and saw them as the world, and that's a pretty big pedestal to put someone on, okay? So so definitely both of you felt really highly of each other, and I think both of you had big changes going on in your world at the same time, and I think you both knew you would change each other's world, but in a really positive way. But I kind of feel like you have walked away from it, and I kind of feel like you didn't really give it the full opportunity or chance that you could have given that person, and I kind of think you know that as well. Please let me know if this resonates, okay? Now, we then had the Eight of Cups. So this person, this is their present energy. This person is moving away from the disappointment that came with this. They're really, they're moving away from what happened. They're moving away from the heartache that they went through with you, because I do really feel like this meant a lot to them, and I feel like they were really quite disappointed, because I feel like they thought they were very close to having a really beautiful and victorious relationship with them. So they've accepted what's happened. That's what I'm feeling. That's a given. That's for sure. Sorry, I'm really confirming that, aren't I? Because that's how I feel. So yeah, they have sort of said goodbye and sort of closed the door on what's happened, and they have walked away from it, and they're walking away towards their own fulfillment at the moment, which is a good thing. So they're not stuck in that energy of holding on anymore. They have been able to move forward. Even though they were disappointed, they have been able to move forward, which is a good thing. Now, we then have the Queen of Pentacles clarifying this. So what this is telling me is this is man or woman. The energy of this person is, it's really clarifying that I feel like they've dealt with this pretty well. And it's definitely been able to help them feel more in their power now. They're getting back more into their power. And I kind of feel like this person is someone that really likes stability. They like security, and they already have their own stability and security. They already sort of have everything they need, if that makes sense. I feel like these people are really nurturing. They're very down to earth. They're very grounded, and I feel like that's what's given them the strength and the ability to walk away from the disappointment in a graceful manner. I don't really feel like there's someone that put up too much of a battle. I don't think there's someone that was ringing you for days on end and hounding you. I kind of feel like this person may have been upset in the beginning. That's, of course, they were upset in the beginning, but they have walked away from it, and they have they've been able to walk away from it the way they have, and they're now more empowered because they are very stable people, and they are able to provide for themselves. So it's not like they were relying on you, if that makes sense. Okay, so they're really getting back into this power. They're starting to feel really good, and they're kind of just waiting to see what happens now. Yeah. Okay. Now, we then had the Lovers, which is really beautiful. So what this is telling me is I kind of feel like, because this card was to represent what would happen if you were to come forth. So what this is telling me is that I really do feel like this person does still have feelings for you. They still feel a very deep connection with you. They definitely had a deep connection with you. They may still even be in love with you, or they were falling in love with you before you walked away. So I think that they would, embrace you coming back, if that makes sense. I don't think it's something that they would be like, no, definitely, I'm not giving you another chance. Because I do really think that they had very deep feelings for you. And I feel like you had really deep feelings for them as well. So if you're worried about whether the feelings would be reciprocated, I don't think you have a problem there, okay? But I am getting the feeling though that perhaps once if you do start communicating with this person, and I do think it would be, they would like it, that they may be a little bit on guard just because of the fact that they were starting to have these really strong feelings for you. So if they come off a little bit guarded in the beginning, you've just got to keep in mind sort of their point of view and their situation, okay? But I do really feel like they would be open to it. Now, clarifying, we had the Two of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like this is sort of reiterating what I was saying before, and that is that when you come back into this person's life, they may feel like that they're needing to reassess or review what the relationship would be like, and if it would be a more balanced relationship, because that's what they're really after. They want someone that's going to be able to support them, and they want to be able to support someone. They want equal give and take with you. And when you first come in, I do think they may be in two minds about it. And that's understandable because you walked away from the connection, okay? But they still do have very strong feelings for you, and that's why they would be in two minds, because I really do feel like they would consider taking you back. That's the feeling I'm getting, okay? So I think it's looking positive. It's just that they may feel a little bit overwhelmed when you come back, because maybe they're not expecting it. So they're going to need a little bit of time to think about it, and because they really do want balance, as I said before, okay? But it's looking pretty positive. Now, the last card I got as kind of like a word of advice for you guys is the Knight of Pentacles. So what this is telling me is that this person really needs you to be coming in with a more solid offer, and they're going to want to take it really slowly. So if you're offering them a relationship and you want to try again, I think that you just need to be patient with them, because they want something solid and they want something stable. That's really important, because they were coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, King or Queen, it doesn't matter, it's energy, okay? So this person really is grounded, and that's what they want. They want an offer that is grounded as well, okay? Because they know that they're able to provide for themselves. They're not someone that's needy. They're a pretty independent person, but they're still very loving and nurturing, and they want someone in their life, and they want someone that's going to want the same thing as them. So if you do decide to come back in, and I do think it would be something worth doing, you just need to take it, baby steps, and you would need to be coming in with a more solid offer for them, because that's what they're looking for, okay? So if you're just wanting to rush back in and play games, or you're not really wanting to reconnect with this person on a solid level, then I probably would review what your intentions are, because this person really does want something solid and stable. They're not someone that just wants someone to have fun with. They're looking for a proper relationship. So if that's what you're looking for as well, and I kind of get the feeling you would be if you've clicked onto this video, then that's what you're going to need to come in with, okay? Something a little bit more solid and stable for them, because that's what they're after. Okay, now the Ascended Masters I got for you was really interesting. I got drink more water. So I don't know whether you guys need to drink more water. I don't know whether you guys need to go on a little bit of a detox. I don't know whether it would be good for you to go and spend some time by the water, or, maybe this is also talking about, being a little bit more conscious of your feelings and emotions is what I'm getting. Because water is always about consciousness and diving deep, okay, and emotions. So maybe you need to drink more water. Everyone does, right? but yeah, whatever resonates for you guys, but also maybe take them near some water. If you're going to take them out somewhere, take them near some water, because I feel like that would be really good, or go somewhere with them in nature. Okay, so part one, I hope that resonated. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below, and also, feel free to like, share, and subscribe this video. All your support is very much appreciated. Okay, lots of love, light, and blessings to you guys. We are now going to go on to pile two. So if these are the cards you chose, this is your reading. Now, these are the cards you guys got. So let's see what's happening for this person. So we have the Hierophant straight up. So what this is telling me is that this person was looking for something really stable. They wanted a commitment. They didn't just want, friends with benefits, or they wanted a serious relationship. Now we then have the King of Wands here. The King of Swords. So what this is telling me is I feel like that perhaps you guys weren't able to offer this to them, perhaps man or woman, it doesn't matter. Perhaps you weren't able to offer this to them. Or maybe you weren't being honest with yourself about whether you could offer this to them. But what I'm really picking up from this is that they really wanted a commitment. They're people that like structure. They're people that are quite traditional, okay? And I think at times you weren't really sensitive enough to what it is that they were really looking for or wanting, okay? So that's what I'm picking up here. So if you're someone who is a little bit brash, or if you're someone that's undecided and you were a bit flaky in the past, that's not what they wanted. They wanted someone more stable. They wanted, commitment from you. And yeah, so I think that was a big underlying issue in the relationship, is what I'm picking up. We then have the Two of Swords. So I think at this point of time, if we're delving into the person's energy and how they feel about you, they're very, very guarded, very guarded. If they still have feelings for you, I don't think they're going to let you know, because not only are they very guarded, but they're also unsure. They're very unsure. And their feelings are very hidden. They're in two minds. But yeah, they're definitely protecting their heart. We then had clarifying the Four of Swords. This is so interesting. So yeah, this person is definitely needing and wanting, and is in recovery mode at the moment. They're really trying to heal. I'm picking up that they've probably been quite tired lately. I think they're going through a bit of stress as well, and I really feel like they just want to sort of heal from this situation, because yeah, I feel like this has taken a little bit of a toll on this person. So they're very guarded, and they're just trying to heal at the moment. Now, we then got the Five of Pentacles. So this is a card that represents sort of the sort of outcome, or how they would feel if you tried to come back in. I really do feel like, to be honest with you, that these people they fear that, that they would be left out in the cold again. They fear that there would be a lagging in the relationship. They just have a lot of fear that it wouldn't work again. They feel like they would be carrying the relationship. They feel like they would be the one putting in the work. And I really get the feeling as well that they feel like you're not fully healed from past relationships, is what I'm getting. We then had the Hermit clarifying this, which makes a lot of sense. So what this is telling me is I really feel like this person is really going on their own journey of self-discovery at the moment. And I kind of feel like they think that that's something that you need to do too. I really do feel like that they just feel that, they'd rather be alone at this point of time. and I kind of feel like they also feel that you need to do more self-reflection in regards to, you know, why you walked away from this connection and why it didn't work out. Okay, so in all honesty, I just feel like they're wanting to be alone at the moment. I still feel like they have a lot of fear of this connection not working. Okay, so you know, you obviously you can do whatever you want. You have your own free will, and you are more than welcome, you know, of course, to communicate with them or whatever it is that you want to do. However, just know, be aware of these energies that they're in. Okay, so maybe if you did come back in, they would be quite wary, and I think they would be a little bit standoffish. So just keep that in mind. Now, the card of advice I got for you guys is the Knight of Swords. So what I'm picking up here is, if you are going to communicate with this person and you're going to come back in, don't be brash. Now, remember, we had the King of Swords earlier. So you really need to change this energy. If you want to try and come back into this person's life, you need to, you know, change your energy. Really, you really need to be in a more balanced state where you're not saying things that you're going to regret. Okay. I really feel like you guys feel like you want to rush back in, and I get that. However, I think you're just going to have to be really careful in regards to how you communicate to this person, because I really do feel that they're still feeling a little bit sensitive. Okay. And they are happy just being alone at the moment. So, you know, just if you are to communicate with them, just be diplomatic with what you express to them and how you communicate to them, and don't just go all in guns a blazing. Okay. Just take it easy, and also speak your truth. You know, tell them how you really feel. Tell them, because I kind of feel like you guys needed to give them a little bit more insight into your feelings and your emotions, because I kind of feel like you guys were really guarded in this relationship as well, and that's another reason why it didn't work. Okay, so yeah, just you need to be a little bit softer with your communication. Now, the Ascended Masters I got for you guys was, this is interesting, open your heart to love. So yeah, I feel like you need to get into a softer energy and a softer side of you. You know, maybe, obviously this has really affected you as well, of course, and this is why you're watching this. But, you know, in order for you to, you know, to get love, you have to feel love as well. So this is just all about, I think, really submitting to love and being open to love and not fearing yourself, because a lot of time we're mirroring each other's energy. Okay, so you need to keep that in mind. Look, pile 2, I hope that resonated, and please feel free to leave feedback. Okay, now we are going to go on to pile 3. If these are the cards you chose, this is your reading. So these are the cards I got for you guys. So first up, we have the 8 of Vessels. So yeah, this relationship was like a rebirth for this person. This person felt like I kind of feel like they had probably sort of just been like, yes, I'm ready to step into a new relationship now. And I kind of feel like they were really conscious of the fact that they wanted to be in a new relationship and be with you. Then we have the Page of Vessels clarifying this. So yeah, they were definitely, you know, trying to communicate to you how they felt, you know. And I kind of feel like you were doing the same thing too, but I don't think you were expressing your feelings in a way that was able to really get the connection going or keep it flowing. It's kind of like this person that you had this connection with was really ready for something new and had walked away from disappointment in the past, but it's kind of like you weren't sort of giving them enough, or you weren't sort of communicating in their love language, if that makes sense. And it's like they wanted a bit more from you. They wanted a bit more than what you were providing them on an emotional level. And I kind of feel like that's perhaps why you walked away, because you felt like you weren't giving them enough, or you weren't ready to emotionally fulfill them. Okay. Sorry. Then we have the 7 of Vessels. So I kind of feel like this person is still healing and recovering from this. Yeah, It's pretty straightforward. They're sort of still healing from this connection and what you guys had. Then we have the Page of Stones. Yeah, this is just really reiterating that this person, I think, just needed I think if you were to communicate with them, they're the type of people that need that more stability, and they need someone that's going to communicate and have a connection with them that's a little bit more grounded. So, yeah, grounded and honest is what I'm getting. I kind of feel like they want to communicate with you as well, but what I'm getting is that they're very cautious. See the links here, he or she's really cautious. So it's kind of like they're creeping up and they do want this communication with you, but they're kind of still mourning the relationship a little bit. So they're just very hesitant in regards to communicating with you. And, you know, the stones represent pentacles. So there's that slow moving energy. So if you're kind of waiting for them to communicate with you, I think you're going to be waiting a long time. And remember that you left them. So it's going to be more appropriate if you start the communication with them, okay? Because I kind of feel that they're cautious and they don't know how you feel, right? If you haven't been talking to each other. Now this is beautiful. We have the Ace of Vessels. So I do really feel like this could work out if you were to try and come back to this person. You would be needing to be ready to, give them love and to open up your heart to them. You would need to have your own cup filled, if that makes sense. I feel like you would need to be a little bit more conscious of expressing how you feel to them. That's really important. Open communication is important in any relationship. But yes, I do feel like there could definitely be a new beginning with you guys, okay? So this is really positive. Then we had the Nine of Vessels, which is really nice. So this is just really saying to me that this would make them feel really good. This would help them kind of, and I feel like it would be the same with you. It would give both of you guys a feeling of fulfillment, which would be really nice on both an individual level, if that makes sense. Not just as a couple, but as to individual people. And I think that, yeah, it would be a really beautiful new beginning, and it would make you guys feel really fulfilled and happy. Now, the word of advice I got from you, and this is really reiterating what I was saying, the Queen of Stones, this person is looking for stability. They're looking for someone that they can, even have a nice home with and share a cave with, like this bear, right? So this is also telling me that you guys need to be a little bit stronger in your convictions, okay? And they want that stability, so it's something that you need to sort of be providing for them, okay? They want someone that's going to be able to shelter them and care for them as well. Okay, so that's really lovely. Now, the Ascended Masters I got for you guys was Krishna, find the blessings in your current situation. Absolutely. Find the blessings in your current situation and the blessings that you have with this person and the time that you've had apart. And, look into how it's been able to help you grow as a person, okay? And how, if you go back to this person, how it's going to be able to help you both grow as a couple. So that's really beautiful. There's lots of blessings there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Pile 4. This is a pretty straightforward reading. I know some of these readings I've gone through very quickly because some of them are a lot more straightforward. Breakthrough. When this person met you, they felt like there had been a breakthrough. They were like, finally, I've met someone that I have an awesome connection with. This is really what I'm picking up. Then we have completion. They felt like you completed them. They felt like finally the last piece of the puzzle, is coming together. And it was so exciting for them. This person feels like they've had past lives and shared past lives with you. I feel like there's a very big spiritual connection with you guys. And they still feel that now. That connection has not left. They are still thinking about you. They're still thinking about the time they have spent with you. And they know there's something on a deeper level. Then we had adventure. So yeah, I kind of feel like they're really tapping into their spirituality at the moment. And they're really wanting to start a new adventure. And it's almost like they're starting from the beginning. They're very hopeful about their future, and they're really wanting to just embrace new beginnings and embrace whatever new adventure is going to be coming into their life. And I think that they're quite hopeful that you're going to be part of that. And I'm really picking up that this person has this whole what's the word I'm looking for? That they have this whole notion and belief that if you guys are really meant to be together, that it will work out and that you will come back to them. So they have this beautiful, pure thoughts of it, and it's kind of like I don't feel any animosity there. So that's really beautiful. Nice reading. Then we have We Are the World. So yeah, they are definitely someone that is spiritual. They're definitely one of those people that's like, we are all one, we're a collective consciousness type thing. So there's a lot of things going on for them. They're going through a lot of transformation, I'm picking up as well. This is beautiful. Flowering. They are flowering. And, they're really starting to come into their power, and they're really starting to understand and appreciate love and the connections that they have in their life. They're really starting to think about how their thoughts create things and manifesting. And I really do think that they would be open to you coming back to them, that's for sure. I don't really feel like there's any negativity there on their end. I kind of feel like they've been able to have the time to process what happened. So this is beautiful. The last card was totality. This is really, really amazing. So yes, I'm really getting for you guys that I do think that this would work. However, you would need to give your whole self to this. You would really need to be willing to jump in and take that risk with this person. And I do think it would be good for you, because I'm getting the feeling that you also know that there's a really big spiritual connection with you guys. So this is beautiful. So you need to go in totally, you need to take that dive, okay? And they'd be willing to do that as well. Your ascended master is White Tara, purification. So yes, as I said before, this is all about purification, starting from ground zero, taking that risk, putting your whole self in, okay? Because I think it would be worth it. So pile 4, I hope that resonated. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below. I hope you enjoyed all your readings, and until now and the next time, lots of love, light and blessings to you all.